And so after lunch and learn, you will literally be watching me eat lunch, and we will be learning about BDSM. So today we have a special guest, Patrick, because he has today off of work. Okay, Patrick. So what topic did you choose for today? Can you scoot forward? Like this is like.
How? There's a desk right here. Like it's right.
Just
there.
scoot forward. Oh my God! You know what?
Yet.
Try. I feel like. Ah! Well, you almost knocked over my desk. Anyway,
You told me to try.
I did, and see, and this is why sometimes you have to be careful with what you say to your pets. Okay, everybody. So what is the topic for today?
Yes.
You were supposed to pick a topic, and why don't you have your nose covered?
Because that fogs up my glasses.
Okay, so this is not how you're supposed to wear this in public. This is only because he's just wearing it just to protect his identity. Remember, when you wear a mask over
My
the
secret
nose.
identity.
Yeah. Okay, what is the topic for today?
Anyway, I looked back at previous questions I had seen and answered and stuff. And one of them was about, like, how much work is it to be a sub?
Oh, okay. How much work is it to be a sub?
It depends.
Okay, so it depends on what?
Well,
talk to the camera. I know you always want to look at me.
I do.
You can look at me here.
That's not the same.
It's not the same. Keep going.
Okay. So, anyway, I think there's kind of the obvious answer of, like, how much work does your dom assign?
Ah, okay.
Right? Because, depending on the individual, their preferences, what type of relationship was established, limits, boundaries,
Okay.
or even just, like, how frequent of a thing is it? Like, it's one thing with us, like, living together. It could also be that maybe someone only meets with their dom like once a month,
All right.
So there's all sorts of levels in there.
All right. So it sounds like maybe that the good way to dictate how much work it takes is in negotiation then.
Yes.
All right. So you want to be really clear then from the outset how much time you as a sub have to dedicate to being subby.
Right. Because even if you enjoy it, you probably shouldn't let it, like, interfere with, like, the rest of your life.
Exactly.
You may have school, work, other commitments that you should still continue and not let, no matter how much fun it is, not let being a sub get in the way of that.
All right. That makes sense. All right. So what is another consideration then?
Well, I think one of the big considerations is, does it feel like work? Because everyone has a different definition of work, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, like me, I've tried to find jobs that I enjoy. I don't like to go to work feeling like it's work, like I'm waiting for the day to end and get the hell out of there. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I think being a sub should be the same way.
I think it's especially important when you're a sub because, well, you're not getting paid for it. Like, lots of people have jobs that they fucking hate. They go to it, and then they can't wait for the day to be over. Not everyone has that privilege, but...
Oh, I know.
But I think if you're going to be
when
a
we're
sub...
talking ideal,
ideal
world. Like,
right. And if you're definitely going to be a sub, it definitely shouldn't feel like, oh my God, I hate this. This is... Like, in a bad way. Not like in a sexy, I hate this.
Because a job you might have to do to make money.
Right.
To do the things you want to do, or even just because you need money to get by. That's the way of the world. But, being a sub, if you're not enjoying it, what the hell's the point?
Okay. Did you make another point?
So I think that's like, going back to the whole negotiation piece.
Ooh, so we have a comment. Oh, I like that. Does it feel like work? Yes. I haven't thought of that because I don't actually care. What? I'm a dom. What do I don't actually care. But here's the thing is usually when I assign something to a sub, I usually do take that into account. I do care a little, like I care. And I know that a lot of times, even if I give you a task that you're not super thrilled out about, you like the fact that I really, really like it. And you're like, yay, I'm going to do this thing.
Yeah. Like, that's why when I was looking for a dom, I tried to avoid ones who are into, like, the whole domestic servitude thing.
But I'm kind of into that. So we'll just have to find somebody else for that.
Was it Rolf?
Yeah, it was a role from Bonding.
Yeah.
So, if you like domestic service...
Because I was like, well, no, I mean, I want to, like, be a good sub, and I want to do, like, some masochistic things, like, get the, like, shit beat out of me and stuff.
Right.
But, you know, like, I don't know, washing the dishes just doesn't have that same, like...
Even if I beat the shit out of you while you do it?
Well, I mean, if you're beating me while I might be a little different.
What if I'm doing something to you while you're doing the dishes?
That might be different, too. You know?
But not just plain washing the dishes.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't really do it for me. That would feel like work.
Okay. But I have you assemble things. Oh, but you like assembling
I like
things.
assembling things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, that also goes into being really clear at your expectations and what you like. In being clear, but also broad enough so that you're not completely limiting yourself. You want to tell them about my Fet profile and what attracted you, and you're like, hey, I want to message this dom, but not like in a creepy way.
Oh.
What? Well, he meant it in a creepy way, but the message that he sent wasn't creepy. There's a difference.
I mean, I saw the pictures of your boobs, and those were very nice.
Oh my god!
So
I thought you liked the.
No, I
Come here!
Wait.
Come here!
Wait.
Come here!
No, why would you do
Come
that?
here! Come
Why
here!
would you do
Come
that?
here!
What-
Come
no,
here!
no, no,
Come
no.
here! You right?
It was a joke.
Come here! I know. I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you when we're done. I will give it back to you when we're done with our live. You can't see it, but he's pouting. I just sucked out a bite from him, and so that's why now he's pouting. So that way he will behave. But don't worry, folks. I know there's other subs out there who probably, oh my god, he got a bite taken away. I will give it back to him at the conclusion of the live. Okay, you gonna behave? Okay, do you remember why you messaged me? That's not why you said you messaged me. Why did you say you messaged me?
Well, which part? Because first there was the whole, like, you know, earth flow referring.
No. The from my actual profile. Remember technical skills and all the.
Oh, the profile itself. So after
I got distracted from the boobs.
After I got referred to your profile.
So closer, you're coming out of there.
So after I got referred to your profile by one of your friends.
Yes.
And then I read it over, and you know, had things like. You know, you mentioned going on an adventure. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, I don't know what that means.
Oh, I kept it super vague. I'm like, be willing to go on adventures with me. That was it, just adventures.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what that means, but it's an adventure.
That's right. And he understood it. Got the homework assignment, right?
And it's a technical skills appreciate. I was like, I have a lot of technical skills. I don't know how I would apply most of those skills to BDSM. Although I do have rope skills that could be useful, except I'm not a rigger, so it feels like it's kind of a waste.
Well, because you rig things. I actually know how to rig things from, like, my technical background. But rigging things is very different from rigging people. Like, rigging people takes a lot of practice. So yeah, that's why the technical skills. Do you want the bite back? Will you concentrate? Okay, come here.
Ah!
There you go. Okay, are you happy now? Because you're too pouty.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, well, do you have any other points? Are you gonna calm down? You look like you're gonna just bounce out of your seat.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Oh my god, how much work it is to be a sub. So the first thing is
no, but what were we just talking about?
About technical skills, about how there's, well, what I was trying to get at is that there's a wide variety of ways to be a good sub, because a lot of times we do see, you know, actually Rolf is a really good demonstration. Did you see the goats outside? All right, I guess he's gonna go check on the goats that are roaming outside. Oh, hey, we have another viewer.
Oh, no, that was a guinea.
So, in case you didn't know, we live on a farm, and my...
Oh, sorry.
Ow,
Sorry,
my hair.
sorry.
My, ow. What I was gonna say is that, there's a wide variety of ways to be a sub. You know, there's a lot of things that we see, like in media, male subs tend to, like, they just demonstrate them doing house chores, which there is nothing wrong with that. A houseboy sub is very adorable, super cute and adorable, super cute and adorable. But that's not the only way. So Rolf, like from bonding, that's what we normally see. And I think that it tends to be just because we're, you know, breaking from gender stereotypes and just being useful in that sort of way. What do you think about it? Why is that prevalent?
Yeah, well, I think especially because if it's a hetero relationship with a male sub, you're already sort of subverting the gender stereotype.
Right.
So, like, doing the domestic service thing is it's like just kind of rolling with that theme and leaning into that.
Mm-hmm. But that isn't the other way. So what ways are you a sub for me that are technical, that are not that way? Because you're a good sub.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you. Who's the good sub?
That's me.
Okay. And how are you a good sub? What do you do? Tell the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Tell the audience. I know what you do. Tell them.
I do things for you. I don't know, like, I assemble things, and I haven't put up your hooks yet, but I'm going to put your hooks up right there.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago did I ask you to do that?
It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. It's okay.
But I've been doing other things.
You have been doing
during
a lot of
that
things.
while.
That is
so.
also true. That is also true.
Like, I'm building a deck outside. It takes a lot of work. And
there's a deck. Yeah, there's the deck outside. What else?
and I'm building a shed.
Oh, and we're building a shed.
And I do things like I set up your desk for you.
Yup.
And your chair.
Oh, that's right. You did set up this chair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, when you brought in my mirror for me.
Mm-hmm.
You brought down that heater for me.
Mm-hmm.
What else? There's a lot.
I do a lot of the technical stuff for the webpage and the group.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
right. Oh, you. What is your biggest accomplishment on our webpage?
Oh yeah, the glossary.
Oh, tell everyone. So
The-
plug it. Tell everyone
Yeah,
the good
yeah,
work
the
you
BDSM
did.
glossary. Because
Yeah.
when I was doing research, I thought it was like ridiculously hard to find out like about a lot of the things out there. Because it's like you have to know the term to research. If you Google like pretty much any BDSM term or activity, you'll find a bunch of information on it. But you have to know what it is you're looking for. And if you don't know, then like it's really hard because when you're new, I mean, you don't know what you don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I made a glossary where, you know, there's a few other glossaries out there, but I tried to make this one as comprehensive as possible by pulling all these other like bits and pieces I found from different sites together, and then also making up some of our own Hugh BDSM terminology.
Right. So one of the key differences is that in our glossary is that we definitely wanted to have that inclusive language so that no one feels excluded. We don't use gender terms as much as possible, using gender neutral pronouns as needed. And there is actually one I was very proud of. I was actually going through the initial list and I was like, oh, wow, Patrick, I've never seen this term before. Where did you find this? This is really awesome. And he had made it up.
Yeah, I was like, you haven't seen it before because I made it up just
you made
now.
It up.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and I was so proud of you. Okay, and what is the one you made up and that I'm so proud of you for?
Oh, that was
Tell the audience.
that was CDNS.
CDNS. So what does CDNS stand for?
Clothed Dom Naked Sub.
So this is as opposed to the gender term of clothed female, naked male, because when you put it into that, it just seems like it's only people who are females who want to be dominant, and only males who want to be submissive can engage in this. Well, what if you're same sex, or what if you're non-binary? Then the term falls apart, and I think that so many times we don't even think of these terms about excluding others. But I think what it really does is it really opens up that dynamic, because while it was first meant to subvert that those gender roles, there is still a core play of just like sometimes there's just that power dynamic in having someone completely naked, regardless of what their gender is. So it's not that we're rejecting completely so it's CFNM, clothed female, naked male. It's more that is now a specific subtype, a type of play within clothed dom, naked sub. Other thoughts, Pet?
I don't think anything more on that.
Okay.
We made I made a interactive glossary for a while that was very popular.
It was so cool.
Unfortunately, it was so popular we couldn't keep it up because we kept exceeding our bandwidth limit every month.
Right. It was because there's a free service up to a certain bandwidth, and there was a paid one to increase it from there. There was like different tiers.
But even the first paid tier was just more than it was worth to,
right. So that's one of the things we hope to bring back, is that it was actually really expensive, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't worth it.
It was like super
especially
expensive.
For something we're providing for free. Like if
Right.
it was something we were making money from and it could sustain itself.
Well,
then
that's what I
great,
was just about to say, that hopefully in the future we'll be able to get to the point that we can be self-sustaining with that. Because, remember I was going to tell you to make an announcement, so I have had a few private coaching clients, so that's actually something we're going to be opening again, probably next week. So those will range in services. It's usually 30 minutes. It'll range like within like individuals, couples. Just do want to point out, this is not a domination session online. It is coaching. If that is something that if you want to find a dominatrix, we do have our Hubadism pickup page, pickup play page, so that you can say
Pick up play dungeon.
Yeah. Thank you. So that you say like, hey, this is a person that I'm looking for, or type of play I'm looking for. That's just not a service that I provide. Even if it's like sex toys, like, helping explain how to use it, maybe different ideas if you're getting stuck. So that more will be coming with that. So we are really trying to launch Hubadism so that we can get more content out, more consistently. I do actually want to take the time to say that Patrick and I have really appreciated all the responses to the post that we made about our Orlando Bear passing. So that's why you didn't see me last week, and I really wanted to make sure that Patrick was here, so kind of make it extra special since we skipped a week.
I forgot to do a welcome post this weekend.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, we told everybody that we were gonna. You just feel bad because the new people don't know about what happened, and they might feel left out. Okay, that's all right. Well, you can just make a post later, even though I don't think it'll let you tag anyone, right? Isn't there like a time limit?
Yeah, there is.
It's okay. I think if you just do one later today saying, like, normally we welcome everyone by name, I think our new members will understand, okay? Because we did let everybody know, but I just wanted to say thank you. It really helped. It really meant a lot to us that we really had that support, because it was extremely tough. It was. Yeah. All right, so want to get back to our topic, or is there anything else you wanted to say about that? So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Do you remember? So the topic was...
how much work is it to be a sub?
Okay, how much work it is to be a sub.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the points?
Well, the points was that it depends.
It depends. Okay,
right?
number one.
There's a lot of factors, like how often are you even, like, with your dom and doing any type of DS? Like, is it a weekend thing? Is it a 24/7 thing? You know, what's going on? Is it in person? Is it long distance? All those things matters. And then what can your life handle?
So that's point number 3, is what can your life handle?
Yeah.
Okay, which leads us to...
And to negotiations, because, well, you should be negotiating all of that. So there's an upfront understanding of, like, how much you can handle and, you know, what you're willing to put in. I mean, you might be able to handle more, but you're just
right.
like, well, no, I'm not. You know, and it's okay. Not everyone has to be in it 24/7. For some people, it might just be a nice distraction from, like, their normal everyday life, and they don't want to put every free moment into it.
Okay. And what was the next point about what the type of work?
And then, like, well, the nature of the work, and, like, do you enjoy it? Does it feel like work, or does it basically feel like playtime no matter what you're doing?
All right. So I think that sums it all up. Thank you, everyone that was able to join us. I know that many of you watch this afterwards. This just happens to be the best time that works. We'll try to see and flex. It might change. We don't know. But I'm trying to keep it consistent-ish. It's a little bit later because I had to wait for Patrick to be available. In the meantime, thank you so much if you've stayed and watched this whole thing, whether live or post, I don't know, not live. I can't think. I'm sorry. I kind of got thinking about my Lando bear.
Aww.
I know. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay, no, people can't see us now. I'm trying to say goodbye. So if you haven't seen, if you haven't been on the website, so if you're talking about the glossary, it's dominachase.com. If you navigate, it should be in the top left corner. There's a drop down box and you'll see glossary. There's over 600 definitions. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else you want to tell everybody before we sign off?
No.
No?
Because this is not YouTube, so I don't tell them to ring the bell.
No, this is not YouTube, so we don't tell them to ring the bell. You know what? We'll see you guys later. Thanks for...
Go pro.
Bye.